every day. Well, Steve, what do you think is 80% of the time, you're walking these guys off the ledge is half of your job because they've been robbed by a fake Discord or this guy that claimed to be this, that, or the other, whatever the case is, and they just flat out been burned and lost a bunch of money. So they're going to be skeptical right off the fucking bat. So part of it is walking them off the ledge, teaching them how to do it right. Money management and discipline.
All right, he's back. One of my most viewed guests, Steve Stevens. Let's go, baby.
What's up? Let's get it.
Let's go. Baseball starts today.
It sure does. I couldn't be more excited, brother. You know, that's where all the money's at, MLB.
That's the one sport that isn't rigged, huh?
Well, one thing about baseball, all I got to do is win the game. There's no point spread. There's no losing by a hook and all that type of shit. You got to know what you're doing.
Do you bet from day one on baseball, or are you going to wait a little bit?
Well, one thing about baseball, as you know, brother, the lines are soft. All right. The sports, the guys that make the lines, it's a very soft time. The lines are soft. They're going off last year's power rankings, last year's players. A lot of shit changes over the years. So if you follow baseball closely and the trends and the different things, it's unbelievable.
Do you bet on every baseball game?
Absolutely not. Every baseball game, no. I'm money management and discipline, brother. One game a day, not every day. There's games I'll bet 2 games in a day, but no.
I like that because some people try to bet on every single thing.
Yeah, and those are the same guys living in a 2-bedroom apartment, broke as fuck, looking for a free beer and a hot dog at the fucking sports book. You know what I mean? I do this as a business. I treat it strictly as a business. No degenerate level, no feelings. There's no feelings when it comes down to sports betting, brother. Straight the fuck up.
It's all facts, right?
It's all facts. And one thing that's great about baseball is hitting 60% in baseball is equivalent to hitting 75% in NBA or football, because it gives you a 15 to 20% edge with the underdog value.
Damn.
I'll give you an example. Let's say you bet $2,000 a game, okay?
Yeah.
You have a 4 wins and 4 losses record for the week, right? You're even, which is shitty in anybody's book, right? Your 4 losses, you lost $8,000, but your 4 wins were all plus $1.50. You picked up 2 units, you made $4,000 with a 4-4 record for the week.
Wow.
That's what you could do in baseball on a bad week.
I didn't know that about baseball.
Absolutely. And there's other things about baseball as well that you don't see on the little game sheet that you go get when you fucking bet. You got to look at a lot of pitcher umpire matchups, strike zones. There's so many different things in baseball and elements and current up-to-date information with trends to where if you're actually watching and know what you're doing, you can actually get paid versus all the theatrics and bullshit that happens, as you know, in football, college basketball, the whole 9 yards.
How's your March Madness been going?
Absolutely blessing, man. We've
really
been tearing them up. Underdogs. Like I said, throughout the year, I pretty much in college basketball, I played, a lot of favorites, more than underdogs this particular year. But during the tournament, been playing these dogs. There's a lot of teams. Like, let me give you an example. Auburn. Let's talk about Auburn. Do you know that Auburn led college basketball 70% of the year as the number 1 team?
No, I didn't know that.
But nobody gives them no respect, no nothing going into the Sweet 16. So it's hype teams. This NIL is in full effect. Motherfuckers are getting paid and they're out there grinding, doing whatever it takes. When me and you were kids, when we were out there balling, like I'm a little older than you, I wanted to be Jordan, whatever the fuck the case is. I'm out there doing my thing. I'm looking to make it to the NBA one day in my dreams, right? These youngsters now, brother, they're just looking to make it to a bomb-ass fucking college school where they could get some NIL and become a multi-millionaire. The dream has changed. You know how many kids, like back in the day, think about our UNLV running Rebel team back in the 90s when we won the championship. We had 3-4 players like Anderson Hunt entered the draft and he never got picked up or anything like that. But do you know how much NIL money that these guys would have made back then? They prostituted them out.
Yeah.
They put these guys front page of every magazine, make them go meet all the boosters, make them do this, that, and the other. And they didn't get a fucking penny. They're probably bitter, to be honest with you. People wish they'd be born in this time and age with that NIL. But, with NIL in full effect, brother, a lot of these teams are going to get stronger. That's why I was saying the other day, Cinderella, you always hear the term Cinderella. There's not going to be too much more Cinderellas with NIL. I mean, let me ask you. I play, let's just say I'm from Xavier.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer you $250,000 NIL. You get the same offer, $250 for Duke. Where are you going?
Duke.
There you go. So that's a prime example how the strong will get stronger, and a lot of these teams will be very difficult, and you can put together a little dream team here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So,
well, the colleges that got money are going to just keep getting better.
100%. And their teams will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And a team like Duke, they don't really disassemble. You notice they know how to keep their players. And now that you could legally pay them, they've probably been doing it for years and just never got caught.
Oh, easily.
Oh, we got caught like a motherfucker. If you don't think motherfuckers are out there getting milked and paid to do their thing, and That's why UNLV program is just such a fucking embarrassment for me, being a guy that's born and raised in Vegas. And, seeing what the program has turned into today. I mean, who'd we just get? Josh? I mean, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What's this guy going to do for us?
Did they even make the March Madness this year? UNLV?
Fuck no. March Madness. They didn't make NIT. They said they couldn't even get the job done. But my point is, like, who's running the program? You need to get the president of UNLV on here. Let him know Steve Stevens will take that organization over, get you a fucking coach, get you some top-notch players, pay these motherfuckers, bring them to Las Vegas, and show you a championship team within 5 years.
Let's set that up, man.
I mean, please do. Vegas is willing to support it. It's just they can't get their shit together. Same with the Raiders, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh, they're ass, bro. Are they on their 5th coach now in like 7 years?
But March Madness, it's for any sports bettor out there that's serious about getting money, this is it. For 2 months, from March all the way to the beginning of April, March Madness owns sports, if you haven't noticed. You don't turn on your TV. They own every commercial. They own sports. So, yeah, it's a great time to make money. Now, do you get inside information? And, like, am I going to lie to you and say, hey, man, I got a game for you tonight. I got inside information on this Sweet 16. Arkansas has got diarrhea. Their shit. No, absolutely not. A lot of the games, the powerhouse games I made was on the first half of the tournament, before the Sweet 16, where you got big boys playing fucking little high school malnutrition college kids, you know what I mean, that barely made it in. 1 seed playing 9 seed. So, there was a lot of easy fucking wins to get out there, but underdogs have been blessing me throughout the tournament.
There was a viral video last year where someone bet on underdogs every single game. Did you see that?
Throughout the entire season?
Yeah.
Basketball or what sport?
March Madness.
You do that in baseball, you're getting paid. Yeah. So they bet every underdog. What was their record? Because I'm pretty sure it's like 50-50 as it is, but with the underdog value, he's probably up a shit ton.
Yeah, his record was losing because of the 1 versus 16 and stuff and 2 versus 15, but I think he made money.
Yeah. Well, it depends his record. If he went like 20-20 and it was all underdogs, he made money. I just gave an example with that earlier with baseball.
Yeah.
With that 4-4 record.
Yeah.
As long as your winners are plus $1.50, $1.80s, you got to understand, when you bet $2,000 a game on baseball, if you bet minus $150, you're putting up $3,000 to win $2,000. But if you're betting underdogs every game, you're not risking more than that original $2,000. You understand?
Yeah.
And these guys out there, so-called cappers or whatever, that or anybody that's selling picks and gives you a minus 250 favorite, you better run from that motherfucker as fast as you can, because they have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
You think you need to pay for someone to give you a minus 250? That's taking a shot, hoping that the biggest favorite on the board wins, so maybe you can sell you another pick tomorrow.
How's the NBA season been for you?
NBA is good, man. I play a lot of totals in NBA, but be honest, it's my least played sport.
Okay.
Straight up. I'm not even going to lie. More college basketball throughout the year than NBA. I do get NBA marquee matchups, but I don't play it consistently. It's more of like like a seasoning to that bomb-ass dish that you made.
Is that because a lot of people are sitting out and it's unpredictable, or?
That, and you smoke a bunch of weed. They fuck about 6 times a day. They're fucking drunk. They're at the club. They're hanging with rappers. They're fucking every bitch in fucking town. And yeah, it's not a sport that I'm looking to put my hard-earned money on. Real fucking simple. And anybody else does, they're just guessing or a borderline degenerate. There's some information that you can get, but you see all these guys catching cases. They were betting on their own team and fucking losing.
Yeah.
They were fucking trying to fix shit and still losing. Like, how stupid can you get?
No, I've seen that. What about WNBA? You bet on that?
No, well, yeah, you can't bet enough. I would love to be able to fire $50,000 a game on WNBA. You won't find a place in town or any sports book ever that'll let you bet more than $2,000, $5,000 max. Floyd Money May, he's been asking me for last year's, D, we got to find someone to let me fire, 50, 100 a game on these WNBAs. You can't, because you could win easily if you know what you're doing.
The market's not big enough.
Yeah, the lines, it doesn't seem like the lines makers have really keyed into that with the women's especially college.
Did you see the LeBron?
College is big too, dude.
College women's?
Oh my God, yeah. Like if I could bet big money on that, I'd be super paid.
Damn. Yeah, because those games are, I feel like, easier to predict.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think the women, the college level, I think they play harder.
Than the men?
Yeah, them girls are out there trying to get the fucking job done.
I mean, some girl just tore her ACL the other day.
Yeah, I see that. She's out.
USC. And she was like a #1 prospect, right?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, well, at least it happened in college. Red shirt, fix your knee, and go get hopefully you get 5 minutes, get some NIL.
Yeah.
I don't think these women are getting paid like the men are, though. College ain't giving up the money like that.
Yeah. Did you see the Bronny James, Stephen A. Smith drama with LeBron?
I did, actually. And I kind of agreed with both of them. I agree with LeBron, like, keep my son's name out your fucking mouth. And I understand with Stephen A., because that's his job.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real, bro. Me and you were sitting here right now watching the game and this, that, and the other. Does this kid deserve to be on the fucking LA Lakers? Not no, but fuck
no.
The dude is absolute fucking trash. So Stephen A's 100% with telling the story, but I also understand LeBron. If I'm out on the court, my son's out there and you're chirping at my son, I'm gonna want to attack you in some way or another.
Yeah.
Because it's family. But yeah, so I get both angles. Why? What do you think?
I'm with you. I think reporters should say what's on the court. I don't think it should be personal.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. But sometimes it does when you bring family involved.
Yeah. But if he's playing like ass, they should be able to say that.
Oh my God. And it's like, dude, you're like, if not the best, the second best of all time. You know your son is ass.
Yeah.
Real fucking son. But can you blame him for pimping him out of a fucking deal to get his son paid? That's just a few less million you got to give him.
All right.
And he's working. You know, that's all a dad wants his son to do is go to work, grind, be successful, and get a paycheck.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to be paying for your young ass no more.
If LeBron wins this year, would you put him as the GOAT?
No, I never will.
Even
I'm
if he
from
wins?
that Jordan era, brother. I used to watch the games, get the chills, and seeing what Mike does. There's just no comparison. I mean, I wouldn't say there's no comparison because, I mean, people will fight me all day on that. Just my opinion, Jordan all day. The feeling I used to get seeing Mike doing what he did and take over a game and just really get it done, yeah. I mean, is LeBron a bigger, stronger, new-aged fucking player like the mannequin you see at fucking Nighttown? Yeah, 100%. But, nah, Jordan all day.
Steph Curry or Magic Johnson?
I got to go with Steph.
Really?
Yeah, I got to go with
I'm
Steph.
surprised because you're from that era.
Yeah, 100%. So Magic's no joke. Like I said, everything about him I love, but yeah, I'd take Steph on my team.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. You bet online or are you betting all in person these days?
Most of my, well, I got accounts. You know, I do local, you know, bet MGM and stuff like that. But yeah, I usually go with accounts and stuff like that, you know, with filming the show. And actually the last couple years, I don't get in the casino much, brother. The kids will weigh you down like that. You know, I don't live that life no more. Go sit in a casino and watch. Even when my clients come into town, I don't go watch games with them.
Damn.
Just one thing I don't do. I treat it as a business. Now, if you have big money on it and you want to go cheer and watch it, God bless you. I'll meet you for dinner after the game. I'm not into sweating out games and stressing out. I'm too old for that shit.
I feel that. Are you worried about AI getting good at sports betting?
I mean, AI's been around forever. I mean, in a certain way or another, as far as the tax, as far as like what, imitating a guy like myself?
Taking your business.
No.
You don't think he'll be as good as you?
I can't say that because the shit these guys are coming. You're a tech dude. You better tell me they ain't fucking around, homie. You wouldn't be asking the question if you didn't think it wasn't possible.
So I think it's possible. Here's why. It's already the best at chess. It's the best at poker. It's the best at a lot of shit.
Oh my God.
But sports betting is a little more complicated, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about stats, right?
So what they should do is the AI should just focus on being the book and collecting as much money as they possibly can.
Well, the casinos probably use AI to make their lines, right?
That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about, you know, because, you know, I know you've had some of these dudes on your show with algorithms or blah, 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 blah. You don't think the guys that make the lines use the most advanced fucking algorithms there are in the fucking plant? I mean, can you answer that for me, brother? You're a tech dude.
No, they do.
Okay, they do. All right. So do you think after they make it with the highest tech they could possibly do with the algorithms, and then they base it off the players' injuries and all that type of stuff, and the casino makes the line, you think there's going to be some fucking guy that has a secret system that's going to take you 80% based off that?
No.
Come on. Huh?
No.
Okay. No. Not no, but
no. Hell
fuck no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When Sean Perry came on, he said he had an algorithm, but who knows, man?
Well, I got an algorithm for all of them. You know, my nuts on their chin. Fair enough? Oh, shit.
You called out C. Blez a few weeks ago.
Well, dude, listen, just so I want to make one thing clear, you know, and I think you're pretty sharp because, you know, you've been, you know me for a while, but, you know, I don't go on social media at all. You know, I got a guy that runs my social media, as you know, for a very good reason. In this hateful business, like I said, and all this corny shit that's going on, someone says something to you personally, you want to attack. But I've learned from the first season of Money Talks, when you have a major TV deal, you got to watch what you do. You got to watch what you say or you fuck your money up real fucking quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, one of my guys brought me the C. Blez video. When I seen that shit, his buddy Hank that's saying, and today we got number 5 go. I mean, like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Yeah, like I said, like, this business originally started with Lefty Rosenthal and the Mafia, and to see where it's turned into today, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Circus.
I mean,
I'm like one of the last of Mohicans. That's why I separate myself from all that shit that you see. You know, the reaction videos, people know I got one-liners. I'm funny. I'm talking shit. So, I mean, if you were my guy, you'd be like, dude, you got to do a reaction video to this. So they threw it to me and I knocked it out. Yeah, Guys that are filming when everybody leaves and acting like they're winning. And how many dudes have you had on your show with the Discord? Where are those guys at?
Discord.
Yeah, let's bring them back. Did I tell you from the get-go, they start off with the Instagram channel, right? They make 5 bets at $10. Then they Photoshop the 3 winners to fucking, $10,000 bets. We're 3-0 today on our Instagram. Go to our, what's it called?
Discord.
Go to our Discord channel, whatever, where they go fucking 3-30. Same guys advertising, call us, money management and discipline. I went 7-0 last night.
Discord, and WAP's the newest one. But,
well, to say, where they at? No, I want to give a shout out to WAP, number one, because they're taking everybody's clients, names, phone numbers, all their merchant account information, because let's get it right. WAP is for third-party businesses that have no business license, don't have any credit, don't have a merchant account, probably ain't paying their taxes. The D-class celebrities, we would call them if you had to label them in my industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A D-class. If you have to use another service to process merchant account, Visa, MasterCard, you don't have a legit business. I'm like, you said, is that true or not?
No, I can see that, because if you're using...
If you have a business license, you have a business account, you're paying taxes, you have a legitimate company, you're throwing around millions on the Instagram, so obviously your credit's at least a 700, right? Yeah. Even if it's a 650, you're getting a merchant account with Visa and MasterCard.
Easily, yeah.
You're processing your own business like I do, keep all your names, all your numbers. So I wanted to shout out to WAP, because all they're doing is taking all these clowns fucking guys' names and numbers and creating a database that you could put your life on, that they'll end up going and selling that company for $40 million, all these clients. These fucking third-class cappers are sending these people over there. They enter all their information. They capture the client's name, number, and then guess what? Motherfucker like me gets that name and number, put it on my sales room with 20 guys, and there you have it. You know what I mean? I don't need social media to make money. I love it. You got to remember, I was a multi-millionaire before social media. Sportsbook leads, several different ways of, getting a guy's name and number that bet sports. But as the transition from back then till now, sports betting's legal in dozens of states. It's a fucking $1 trillion industry. There's enough money for everybody, But yeah, I had to do that little video of C-Blaz out there. Man, I can't have nobody like that representing our business. Are
you going to go back to television, or are you going to stay calm for now?
No, what do you mean? New money talks, new era, baby. That's what I've been doing. That's what I told you. That's why I had to miss a couple weeks ago. But yeah, money talks, new era is 10 years later, what the game has turned into, the whole 9 yards. Now, when we did Money Talks the first season, that was called a docu-reality.
Yeah.
This is more of a docu-follow. I'm not doing George is in town, so I think I'm going to go take him to play golf, and he's going to bet $20,000 on the game. Let's go see what happens. I don't like all that corny shit anymore. It was cool when I did it, and the first time. This show isn't about me being, I'm the best in the world, I'm 100-0, filled with a bunch of lies and bullshit like everybody's doing. This is me, a day in the life of Steve Stevens, a guy that has kids, runs one of the most stressful fucking industries, #1 sports consultant fucking in the game, office of 20 fucking guys, grinding all motherfucking day long with problems all the time. It's just a high stress situation.
It's realistic.
It's realistic as fuck. I mean, these guys got problems. My salesmen are in and out. We're grinding, creating our leads, doing our thing. And, it's more of the sales room. It's more like teaching my guys how to be a master closer and, doing their thing and being able to back up their product.
Yeah. Do you get phased? Do you get stressed? I can't picture that.
There's really nothing that could phase me, man. I've been through it all in my life. Shot, stabbed, locked up. I've done all the mental shit that could break you that, if that ain't break me, this isn't going to break me. But I ain't going to lie, dude. When you're touting millions of dollars in a day of other people's money, and, these are guys that have your cell phone that you build a relationship with. Remember, I work with our guys one-on-one. That's why I have a crew of 20 people. I'm not just emailing and sending out some fucking blast or whatever the case is. I got a relationship with these people. Guys got 20 G's on the game goes down. Yeah, there's times you don't feel too good about the situation.
But
especially when you don't get paid unless they do. But I treat it as a business, brother. So the answer to your question is not really, there's more winners than there is losers. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you can't win every game.
No, you treat it as a business. It's a numbers game. Like I said, you play every fucking day, game a day, not every day. At the end of the week, as long as you win more than you lose, that's all that matters. See, I tell my guys, it's my day. It's my gray for your payday. I don't want you to watch games all day, go play catch with the kid when you won 10,000, tell him to get the fuck out of your room because you just lost 20,000. My job this is what a real sports consultant does. They talk to the client and they keep him in line, keep him in order so they don't do dumb shit. A sports consultant is a guy that gets on Instagram and sells a fucking pick and emails him a game, brother. That's not how you consult somebody. That's not what stockbrokers do. That's pretty much what we do. We're selling information. We're selling tips. So you're going to want to build a relationship with your client to make sure they don't do dumb shit. What's up, George? What are you doing today? Boom. All right, easy winner last night or went down last night. This is what our record is, where we're at. We're up 22,000 for the week. Here's what we're going to do today. And you go over with them every day. Well, Steve, what do you think is 80% of the time, you're walking these guys off the ledge is half of your job because they've been robbed by a fake Discord or this guy that claimed to be this, that, or the other, whatever the case is, and they just flat out been burned and lost a bunch of money. So they're going to be skeptical right off the fucking bat. So part of it is walking them off the ledge, teaching them how to do it right. Money management and discipline. Game a day, not every day, the same amount of money on every game. You can't make money betting 5 games a day, 30 games a week. Number one, if you're $1,000 better, you don't even have that much money to do that. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you bet on fights, UFC, boxing?
No, not much. My office does. I mean, I have a guy that kicks some ass in UFC, but for me, nah, I'm not into it. You can't bet enough money.
Really?
See, I have my office. I got 20 guys. You know, we have different levels of service that we have. You know what I mean? Guys that work their way up to me on the personal plays where I work with them on a one-on-one. My guys don't even have access to that info. My salesman on the floor. These are the guys that I deal with myself. And yeah, I don't give those guys big players that are betting 20, 50, 100,000 in UFC.
Damn. What about soccer?
Dude, I mean, they don't even, can you even bet 100,000 on a UFC fight?
I don't think so.
No, you can't.
Maybe the title fight?
Depends, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to make it real hard on you. And then soccer, to bring up to your point, that's the #1 bet sport in the entire world. And guess what?
You don't bet on it?
No.
Why?
I just don't. I don't know nothing about it. I'm not in control of it. I don't fuck with it. I'm not a guesser sports bettor. I mean, don't get me wrong. Part of it is luck. A lot of it is luck and doing your homework. But yeah, I don't just bet a sport just to bet a sport.
That's respect because there's a big market there.
Yeah. Oh, it's the biggest market.
Yeah.
Hands down. But yeah, I thought about bringing a couple guys in there. Go! Start selling my fucking packages or whatever. But no, I'm blessed. Listen, man, I got about 5 years left in the game and
you're done?
I'm done.
Riding in the sunset?
I'm all done.
Were you moving to Cabo?
No. Oh, yeah. No. Go out there with Vegas Dave. No, he's out there. He took over Cabo. That's Cabo Dave now. So, but nah, man, just chill with my family. That's what I'm all about. Kids changed my life, So
yeah.
I just do my thing, stay out of my way from all this other corny shit that goes on and get my money.
Respect.
At the end of the day, people are just looking for a guy that can win. They don't need any drama, bullshit. They don't give a fuck what car you drive, what fucking chain you got on, your dumbass moves, putting your money in a blender, your algorithm, whatever. Show me better than you could tell me. See, that's the thing about my guys. I deal with the biggest sports bettors in the fucking world. These are guys that you have to actually have knowledge to have a conversation with them to get them to bet 50,000. Okay, you think Hank the bank can call a guy and tell him that I want you to bet 50,000 on this game today when you can't even fucking talk? Not to mention knows that this guy don't even know what $50,000 is. So to get the big boys, you got to relate with them. You got to relate yourself with that client. You got to bond with that client, get them to like you. Anyone can sell a deal and earn a commission. Make a friend, earn a fortune. Real fucking simple.
Quality, not quantity.
100%.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are selling their picks for like $10, trying to chase quantity.
Yeah, correct. They got to sell 100 guys to get what I sell one dude for. And it's not a matter of that. Like you said, it's quality. Real fucking simple. You can go to Boulder Highway and get a prostitute for $50. Where you're going to end up having a couple bumps on your cock. Or you can go to the Bellagio for $1,500. She wants to put 2 rubbers on and leave the lights on. More than likely, that's going to be your way to go. Fair enough?
Yeah. Sounds like you've had some experience with that.
No, me now. I never pay for pussy, man. I'm not Mozzie and all these little guys. I don't pay for no hoes. Never have. I'm happily married now, though. But when I was single, I was gorilla.
You never fell for it?
Nah, I never had to. I had that type of game. They want to buy me shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
I love it. You still think the NFL is rigged?
I can't stand it. National Football League, WWE, baby, at its fucking finest. Certain elements of it is very disturbing as a sports bettor. Don't get me wrong. It's for entertainment purposes only, so they're doing a great job. I mean, that's what they're licensed as. I told you that last time.
Yeah.
Entertainment company.
What about the NBA?
Not so much rigged, more than fatigue. Brother smoking weed all day, fucking hoes doing their thing. Yeah. There's some guys out there that are grinding and staying in shape and all that. But you ever went to NBA's games, bro? They're just chilling.
They're chilling, yeah.
Yeah, they're chilling. Yeah, go to a college game and see the difference.
NBA's a long season, dude.
Yeah, it's draining.
Basketball's a tough sport, too.
You had the long season, 4 or 5 nuts a day in every fucking city. Fucking, bro, you're tired. These guys are tired. Back is sore. What's wrong with you, brother? Back sore. Oh, too much fucking. All right, come on, we'll adjust you. right to the chiropractor. You know, my boy Marcus Banks, you know, played, you know, several NBA teams. Stories he tells me is just fucking great.
Yeah, I've had some of those guys on. John Sally told me some wild stories.
Oh man, they had the life, dude. They're just doing their thing, no doubt about it.
If you could be a pro athlete in any sport, what would you pick?
Baseball.
Really?
Too easy.
That's a surprising answer.
Absolutely. Baseball, chilling. You're playing a lot of fucking games. Once again, just too easy.
I'm just saying for recognition, I feel like.
Oh, you didn't ask recognition.
Okay,
You said what I would play because for me, that'd be the easiest money to get without having to do much.
Okay. No, I meant like recognition.
Recognition? What sport? Yeah, I'd probably be a Brady, quarterback in the NFL.
Quarterback?
Yeah. You're looking for the recognition.
That's biggest in the U.S., but I want worldwide recognition. I'm going soccer.
You're going soccer?
Yeah.
So what are you, Messi?
Yeah, you're getting recognized any country you go to, man. Actually, that's a good and bad.
You're a bigger celebrity, that's for sure, because there's way more people in other countries than there is here.
Yeah.
So
Ronaldo's making probably $1 billion.
No doubt. Now, race car would be count as a sport too, right?
Yeah.
Because those boys get money.
The NASCAR ones or F1?
Oh, F1.
Yeah.
You know what the payroll? You know what those dudes make?
F1, tens of millions, right?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, we don't a lot. No, hold on. One drive, $65 million a year.
Damn,
No big deal.
that's crazy.
$65 million a year.
Do that for 10 years?
They're balling out of fucking control.
Yeah, you're set for life.
Absolutely.
Damn.
But look, dude, I want to congratulate you, dude, on your success. I've been watching you, watch you grow. You hitting the weights and shit, going from a tall little dude. Now he's trying to get swole on me and shit. Got a little meat on your bones. It's what money will do to you, huh, Sean?
Yeah.
Huh? Got your little paper, eating a little better? What's going on?
I'm eating the Bacchanal buffet, baby.
Yeah, well, you're working your ass off, man, and congratulations. I've seen everybody you've been bringing on. You've been kicking ass, man.
Thanks, man. Where can people find you?
VIP Sports LV or, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. You want to get with some real winners? You want to make some money going into this baseball season with an absolute fucking bang? I got you.
Check them out and check out the doc you follow, right?
More importantly, Money Talks, new era. Everybody's wondering when it's coming out. We're looking at late April, all right, early May, for sure. So it's already been in the edit, the whole 9 yards. Like I said, you guys will start seeing commercials in about 3 weeks or whatever. And then I'll come out here and we'll talk a lot of shit about it. Right now, as corny as it is, it's all secretive. The network owns everything I've filmed. And that's another reason, the main reason why I got to be careful. Like I said, I learned the hard way when I did Money Talks the first time. There was a lot of hecklers in my business back there. I'm responding. I'm ready to show up to motherfuckers' houses on some street shit. You can't reply and fall into the fake little bullshit of the losers that, and the hate and the fake ass shit that's going on in the circus. You know what I mean? Because I got bigger things. Like this network's making sure I don't fart the wrong way. I mean, I got a $10 million deal on the table, brother. So, once these shows come out, hopefully everybody likes them or whatever. And we'll keep it grinding. We're going to end up doing like 22 episodes, but 3 episodes are coming out back to back to back.
Let's go.
And then we'll see what we can do. It's 2025. Sports betting be illegal. Look, a lot of the guys on my show, I'm also exposing the fact that guys in Arizona are on their app able to bet $50,000 a game. In this series, it's not about everybody coming to Vegas. The guys that come to Vegas, we also go out there. So you can see the day-to-day operations in different states. The guys putting money in, making money now that it's legal. Because, it's just a blessing that sports betting became legal. I've been fighting frat shit ever since first season of Money Talks 10 years ago. Legalization of sports betting.
Yeah.
Look where we're at now.
Crazy.
So it's a lot to say.
Thanks for doing that show, man. Thanks for coming on again. Good seeing you. And we'll do a part 3 one of these days. Check them out, guys. I'll see you next time.